One. Why, hello there, my fellow audiences, fellow dragons, and all the like. This is the Dragon Lover 95 here, with a different stream this time. And I am not alone, for I have brought it once again, Maka-chan.
Hey everybody, I'm back again.
Yeah, I figured taking a break from the Pokemon streaming for a little while because, come on, gotta do something different as well.
Yeah, I wish I could have been in the Pokemon stream, but a lot of things have been happening at my place.
It's okay. Maybe next time.
Hopefully.
And also, you guys are not basically being fooled. Yes, there is a background suggestion, and I just happen to pick this.
Which is found by Worlds Collide from
Yes.
was it
Well, yeah, Worlds Collide or Re. And also, hello, people coming in. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Yes. Now, you're pretty much wondering just what exactly is this separate stream going to be? Well, you already have read the title. This is mainly of different ideas, different stories, and so forth of Balan Wonderworld. Just like what happened with any other story that has their own AU stories and so forth.
Yeah, Wonderworld is becoming popular on the internet.
In a better way.
Yeah, despite the bad reviews, people are coming up with theories and well, their own different stories on how Balan Wonderworld could have been if there was a second gameplay or a second game.
And there are people that are warming up to it. There are people that are starting to finally see its own sense of charm and such.
Now, if only we can get IGN to raise the stars a bit.
They're not reliable anyways. They're already considered a dead weight.
How?
Oh, they basically played through certain parts, but when they realize that it's not that they cannot because they don't really have that many confident people that'll play through it, they'll just rate it as like it's terrible. I mean, look at what happened with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. They clearly rated it in a rather awkward way, and here's the thing: that game series it loved worldwide.
Yeah, I have like a few of those games. I
I'm planning to get Mystery Dungeon Deluxe at some point.
Oh, the remake?
Yes. Funnily enough, I have Blue Rescue Team.
Huh. I have Blue Rescue Team 2 for the Nintendo DS, but I don't play it as much.
That's fine. But yeah, as for pretty much with Balan and such, I will still say this: it's still a charming game hasn't that hasn't really had this concept in a long while. Seriously, there are a lot of games that tackle different themes and such, but what kind of game would actually tackle, say, theater or something that involves like dreamlike theming or magic, that sort of stuff?
Well, all I could think of was Knights, but except it's not a theater.
And also bits of Kingdom Hearts because Square Enix.
Oh yeah, Sora got
Along
into
with yes, Sora got
Sora
into
got into
Smash.
Smash. Jinx, you owe me a soda.
And also, if you guys probably would have guessed or something, the human designs are oddly pretty much resembles a Billy Hatcher.
Oh, the chicken?
Yeah, Chicken Boy.
Never played that
Bas-
game.
with the big hands and big feet, mouths. That's
Oh yeah, like Sonic.
yeah. And I could pretty much say this. It was definitely an interesting sort of experience. Pretty wild of you, but if I must say.
Well, I don't have much experience with Billy Hatcher, so I have no comment there.
Yeah, but I'm referring to Balin.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. So, your first experience with Balin.
Oh, well, At first, I didn't want to get into Balan Wonderworld because of all the negative reviews and saying how the gameplay is trash. But that was when I was looking up on YouTube and looking up some comic dubs by Hyper Voice Acting,
Oh
and
yeah, great. Yeah, great Balan voice actor along with Lance.
oh yeah, and Jordan also voiced Knights, and the
Hmm.
shipping Balan Knights is what got me to get the game.
Well, let's just say that's basically on Silver Side. Yeah, they basically for their AU they basically made that a thing, and honestly, that's fine.
Yeah, Silver Sike is like a very great ballad artist.
Yes. Also, that's exactly where I basically got the ideal for negative ballad.
Oh god, the sexy voice. Why are you making me simp for
Yes.
you?
Why? That's your own fault, but I don't mind.
Ah!
Alrighty then. If I do come up, if anybody says my name or mentions, I will pop up.
Negative ballad.
Okay, okay, get out of here, you bastard, you. I swear, that guy just never seems to show up whenever.
Yeah, first I thought that was just the negative version of ballad. Like, I mean, with the positive lance and the negative lance.
Lancelot. Which I basically heard that's his confirmed name. The pos the positive lance is literally called Lancelot.
Like, name after a knight from the round table?
I guess it's just one of the many names she could have just went with, but for the nickname I went with the regular lance is like Lucian.
Lucian?
Yeah, Lucian. I just thought it sounded rather neat.
Huh.
But yeah, your experience with the game?
It was very good. I kind of didn't understand why there was only a one button concept of the game. I kind of wish they did some more button methods, such as the A button for jumping and the B button for attacking.
Well, it's its own different. It's doing something different and such. And I like the fact that you cannot hurt the negative when you're basically human. So you just need to make use of a costume.
Yeah, I tried to do that once.
That did not go well.
Yeah,
But the worlds are really interesting.
sure are. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, very theming. And here's the thing. Funnily enough, I always went to chapter 2 because I could not time my bouts correct.
Oh, yeah, I had trouble with that too, but I got a lot of practice from doing that.
Yes.
And the first time I ever did the bouts, I did not know they come with the trophy.
I did because I saw the demo.
Oh, I don't usually play the demos. I just waited for the full game.
It's okay. I did not spoil myself with the whole game, so I at least spared myself from that.
Good for you.
And I will say this, they're just very lively. Each world is just so lively, and there's something in there you're probably not going to notice until you get close to it or you just figure out on your other time playing.
Hmm. Oh, there's some people in the chat saying,
Yes. Yeah, they mentioned about Poppy playtime and such.
puppy playtime?
Uh, let's let's just say that's an indie horror game.
Oh.
Think Bendy and the Egg Machine meets Toy Story.
Ooh.
Yep. Especially Huggy Wuggy. No.
It can't be that bad. Was it? That's
Uh,
only because.
maybe if you check out it on YouTube, you'll see what I mean.
Uh, okay, I'll check it out right now.
I'll give you a heads up. It involves a chase sequence.
I'll just look up his name on the Google.
All right, all right. But
I'm a little I'm a little sensitive to jump scares. I used to play. What the fuck? Oh,
okay.
oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God, I cussed in the chat. I
It's
am so
okay.
sorry.
It's all right. You know for a fact I do have a few who do tend to have that at points. Even worlds collide.
Oh,
It's okay.
yeah, it's fine.
But anyways, there's also the music.
Hmm. The music?
Yeah, for Balan and such.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Each music is just worked very beautifully in it.
Yeah, even though I couldn't understand most of it.
I mean, once you basically listen to it a fair amount of time, you actually start to hum along to it or listen very casually to it.
It's a good thing they have the English version.
Yes, once you get all the trophies in a in a stage and such, it'll change the Japanese dance sequence to have English lyrics.
Yep, I managed to get all the trophies the second time. I had a little trouble with the World 8, or was it World 9, uh, level 3? Um, the train costume wouldn't jump off the rails at the end of the level.
I had less trouble with that one.
Really? Because there was something wrong with it.
There was timing about. Oh, I do know for a fact that the circus level. I know for a fact when you go and find the hat and such, Balan says a different phase. He says a different phrase.
Julia?
Yes, it said the Habitanu Yui.
Hmm. I'm guessing that translates to must hit rocks.
Yes,
Hmm. See. So are we gonna talk about some Balan Wonderworld AU
yes,
IDs?
yes.
Um. Okay. Well, it's kind of easy for me that my Balan AU idea was to have Knights and Balan be a couple and have their relationship face some trials.
Yeah, including there being Lance, who also has a thing for knights.
Yeah, but I only did one drawing of them together, which is
Though,
a
though the question is, um, why does Lance basically have a thing for knights? I mean, I don't think I recall why he would have a thing or
I guess
interest.
I guess there was something mesmerizing about knights. There was gonna be a concept where Balin got into an accident, like in a rockfall, and while the giant monster thing, Girania, no, wait, the Gilwing that causes the rock fall, and well, Lance got basically trapped in the rubble, and well, Knight saw that his foot sticking out, and so he or she just pulled the rocks out of the rumble and saved Lance.
Ah, that's interesting.
Yeah, and Lance has actually never seen the creature like Knights before.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was the first time he ever felt well, love in a long time.
Yeah, and from what I basically know, Lance wouldn't doesn't really mean to hurt anyone, not figuratively at least.
Yeah.
it's pretty much confirmed the fact that Lance, he only kept the visitors because he loves them, but in a way where he himself makes it dangerous
Like Stockholm syndrome?
in a way and such. He never truly meant any harm. It's just because he fell down that dark pathway, he himself basically became his own worst enemy.
Hmm. Yeah, poor
Espe-
Lance.
Especially what happened during the end, we saw exactly, and even if it's basically shortened, you kind of get what happened to him.
Yeah,
Though he does basically have his explanation in the novel, at least, which I have yet to pretty much hear of.
me too.
If anything, it's pretty confirmed the fact that he and Balan share a lot more in common than they're letting on. They actually have this similar appearance wise,
Mm.
without the hat, of course.
Almost like twins.
I see them more as like brothers, but there are others speculate um that Lance is practically Balan's father, but I don't really see that.
Mm.
I mean, yes, Lance did made Balan, but I don't think it was like that.
Mm. Wish I
So
could.
honestly, I see them more as behaved as like brothers.
Yeah, their relationship is rough.
Yes, but I don't think they truly hate each other. I think when during the bouts and stuff, I think that's just practically an act.
Hmm. An act? Are you sure?
Well, well, in terms.
Hmm.
Heck, when I basically had to go through chapter 2 multiple times and such, I was like, I'm sorry, Lance! I don't mean to bother you or anything, but I need that trophy!
Yeah, poor Lance.
I did fine with the second act of stage 1, so I don't really get why I basically was screwing up so much. But then again, I was getting used to the thing, so I guess that's that.
Yeah, so was I. Oh, Joshua in the chat said there's going to be he says, is there going to be new bosses on Balan Wonderworld? I mean, yeah, it's basically said Wonderland, but the game's called Balan Wonderworld, so there was a
Yeah,
mistype.
I missaid that too. Well, I know for a fact I did had a few ideals, including one that well, including the ones that involved another crossover and such. But I'll go over the few ones I basically had thought about. That I'll just go and just bring up the obvious one. Oh, hi Cole.
Hello.
Just hopefully you had enough rest, and hopefully it was a fun time for you.
Yeah, I've been to Florida before. It was awesome. I might go there again.
Wow, you guys were pretty much lucky on that. I wish I could go to certain places, but alas, I do not. But anywho, the obvious kind of sort of Balan reference I made for Silent Dreams was the old theater, which is still called Wonderworld, except it's basically an old abandoned one that's basically a time capsule, and inside there are few sort of things like plushies of the Tims. Some of the costume characters are literally just costumes. There's like
Oh.
posters and such, including Balan and Lance's maestro attires. Along
They that
along
they got him. Sorry, you continue.
along with a photo that was picked up outside earlier, and depends on who basically was traveling. Knights or Riala, they will actually make a comment about it, stating that they were the best in the town before they had to leave because they felt that something was off. So they had to pretty much leave everything behind, but they had spares and such.
Oh, must have been hard.
Yes, and keep in mind, this was the horror theme one I was talking about.
Hmm.
Oh. Ah, that's clever.
Oh.
Hello, Koshi.
Hello.
And the other one, well, I guess I could pretty much just show this if it will basically pop up because I do want to show this.
Go right ahead.
Just a moment, it's taking a bit of basic. There we go. I got it.
Where is it?
I. It's okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. Screen shares. Woo-hoo.
Oh, there it is. I've seen that before.
Yes, but others have not. Also, people, if you probably don't notice, I sort of did a sort of copy paste for the Balan Wonderworld logo.
Oh, is that a bad thing?
No, it was my first time ever putting that up there.
Mm.
But keep in mind, that was the trickiest one to do.
Why's that?
You know, because there are a lot of white spaces there, and I wanted to make it legit.
Did you use the PNG cover? The
Uh,
transparent?
no, it was Paint 3D I was using.
Oh, I used Paint 3D before. I
Oh,
stopped using it.
I still use mine. People have different themings and such. Yeah, but as you can
Um,
see, a lot of people seem to really like this cover. I mean, I've never really seen that many Balan Wonderworld covers that people would make.
Now you mention it, I only saw a few. I think one is from Dreamy, I believe.
Yeah. I have seen it and it's absolutely gorgeous. But then again, Dreamy always makes fantastic art.
Must have been a lot of practice. I
Oh
could
yeah,
never raise to that level.
me neither. But anyways, you can read what the chapter reads here. I had to get
Chap-
creative.
Chapter X, The Dragon with Creative Fury.
Yes.
Is the X supposed to be a Roman for 10?
No, more likely because no one knows what the number is.
Oh,
And you can see there's the windy dragon. And in the
nice.
background is the stealth shadow.
Hmm. Yeah, one of the Negati.
Oh no, the stealth shadow is actually a costume.
Oh.
It just looks like a negati.
Hmm. I try my best, and yet no one acknowledges me.
That's
I,
that's
I feel you.
yeah, that's literally exactly what I went with. And honestly, it works.
Yeah, I can truly understand.
Yeah. Also, hello, welcome to the
Uh,
stream.
Hello, Jimbo.
Now, all I can pretty much say is uh that is straight up just Balan Wonderworld just but here's the thing. Knights actually plays a role where they basically are trying to see where I was, but I have not appeared for a while. Getting concerned, they pretty much search around for obvious places I would be, but there's no case that I was around in Nightopia or anything. Until, well, a Tim leads.
Hmm,
They
I
basically
see.
they meet up with Balin, who basically is very concerned that I'm basically missing. And yeah, entering my world, entering my stage. Yeah, it's very big and such. And even if they have the ability to fly, they still need to pretty much travel through.
Hmm, I see.
Mm. I know that feeling, man. I know that feeling.
Uh, last year for my Halloween, I hardly got any trick or treaters, but this year I got a lot.
I got a bunch too. And here's the thing, we had chocolate. So much
Yeah,
chocolate. I'm just
yeah,
like, yeah, I may like chocolate, but I'm more about that fruit candy. But
yeah.
sadly, they didn't
I
have many fruit candies.
I guess kids don't like fruit a lot.
No, that was gone. It was just chocolate mostly.
Yeah, even though I like chocolate, I'm trying to watch my figure
I know what you mean.
and my blood sugar.
Oh boy. But anywho's let's just say I'm doing what Starry basically is doing. Basically making these worlds feel more lively and a lot more bigger than they let on.
Yeah, it was kind of
And the
small.
well, sandbox theming. You know, go do anything you want and such, go any order, therefore.
Hmm, I see.
And also the costume characters, they're pretty much alive in what they do.
Yep.
Such as basically with Windy Dragon, they act as more as like the leader type.
Yeah, I've been thinking about having some fauna characters with personality, like the snow fairy.
Hmm. Well, if you look up Balan Wonderworld costume theming and you basically look up themes you want, that could basically work.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's a little thing I actually came up with and a little bit of a difference theming. Obviously, Lance is the one to create those sort of monsters based on what that person feels and or at least what their state is. But I think he sort of miscalculated with this one. Drawfield.
Drawfield?
Oh boy, do I have to get them?
Um, if you must.
Yeah, just hang on a moment. I'm basically going into the thing. I'm gonna get them. Shouldn't take too long because I really want this to pretty much be a very much interesting lot. That's yeah, this is Drawfield.
Oh, that one.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't get over the colors. It looks great.
I mean, it fits the color theming rather well.
It sure does.
Also, if you probably know that in Balan Wonderworld, the bosses have a sort of weak point that it's exposed.
Oh,
Well, not this one.
oh. Are you sure it's not the eyes?
No, thing is, that's in its stomach.
Oh,
That's not a figure of speech. It's literally inside its stomach.
oh. That's not good.
Trust me. It may not sound pretty, but trust me, that's a weak point that not many would think. Is a creature whose inner prime instincts are unleashed due to bottled up rage, stress, and frustration, mocking of the very ancient creature told in stories that many feared, and the sense of all creativity become out of control.
Kind of like Lucy Wong.
Yes, in a way. Except this one is actually more this does not just stay in one place. Oh no, this is very active and animated.
Hmm.
Yeah, it may be big, but it's fast. With certain body parts. like the tail
Hmm.
and the jaw snappings.
Like a crocodile or an alligator?
It's a it's a combination of both. The paint slash ink spread because come on, they're practically similar.
Hmm.
This thing can also fly despite its body size.
Hmm. It looks pretty big, all right. Sorry.
Brawler, which of course is basically the equivalency of what alligators basically pull, like their death rolls.
Hmm.
Seriously, have you seen how an alligator and crocodile move in water when they
I
basically
never
get something?
I never seen a crocodile interact with an alligator.
Well, that's because they're in different locations, which is for the better. And devour, as in it's an instant kill
Oh,
because of how big this thing is.
like a shark.
As for the attack styles, that's mainly how you get trophies, of course. When the dragon to glide over the ink and paint that comes from the enemy's mouth and wings and tail. Yeah, the wings basically spread the paint as well because it's basically mixed with the coloring rooster.
Hmm.
Thrashing gear to counter, and then once its guard is down, attack. As in like daze, you daze it.
Hmm. See.
And the coloring rooster is literally just an aim near the stomach when the creature stands on its 2 feet. It's a tricky thing to pull off, but it basically works in the end. Oh, this is I was basically going off of the Corruption Stars thing that someone made, and this is what I went with. Now it's pretty much confirmed the fact that these monsters appear out of nowhere and not just because they turn from the normal citizens to those monsters.
Hmm.
Well, according to what I've seen with Starry and such. But yeah, these are basically the costumes I first tried.
I see. Windy dragon, thrashing gator, and coloring rooster.
Yes. I mean, roosters are colorful.
Yeah, sure is.
And the thing with the thrashing gators that I actually looked up some color schemes, and you can actually find algae on top of them. So that's what I
Hmm.
went with.
Algae, huh? Let me take a look.
Yeah, you actually look them
Gator,
up. You'll see what I mean.
gator algae. Whoa. Oh, it's like they're messy. How long have they been soaking in the water?
That's normal for them. And also, that's a size comparison, all right.
Oh, it's big.
Yeah.
Does it devour algae?
No. That's just on them.
Oh, because there's a video saying huge alligator devours algae eater in Lakeland, Florida.
I don't know. Now, this was just an early stage of going off of the thing.
Yeah, for what you were going through?
Yes. But as you can see, it's transition. Also, keep an eye on the hands here.
I'm looking.
It'll basically clear up later. It's sort of going with surrealness here.
Hmm. Oh, there's the hands.
Yes.
And I see their heart.
And also the characters as MLP characters, I just basically just did that just for fun.
Yeah, you shown that before.
Yeah, I figured anybody was. Right, here are the last two costumes.
Um, that's supposed to be like um the Embor version of what's his name again?
Oh, the Tepig line?
Yeah.
I guess in a way, the Scorching Charger.
Wish that was the final evolution.
Well, no, because that was a pig. This is a rhino.
Oh.
Yes. Now, as you can see, the concept is what would happen if there's like a negative there was a costume that actually looked like a negative, but it wasn't really an enemy, but rather it basically makes proof that negative won't attack you.
Hmm. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yes. Think like say those masks stain in Legend of Zelda uh Breath of the Wild where you basically wear where you wear those masks. Like the Lizalfos or the Bokoblins.
Oh, I love Breath of the Wild.
Well, that should be clear enough for you. And hi, Negity.
Where?
Like there.
Oh my gosh, the sexiness. I can't contain myself.
It's okay. He knows people will sim for him. I went with the whole fact that he would be like a hell of a boss slash Hasbin Hotel esque character. You know,
Hmm.
at least personality wise.
You'll be.
It's with this. I went with a sort of FNAF esque style.
I know. You've shown that before.
I know, but still, I can't believe this actually worked.
Yeah, it does.
And seriously, the Dainty Dragon, it looked kind of almost like an animatronic.
Yeah, especially with the latest animatronic, the alligator, right?
Yes, Montgomery Gator, who likes the golf.
I still can't believe FNAF is still going.
Hey, it's doing better than Sonic. We'll give him that. Okay, this is sort of like a side story involving the costume here.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
that's really interesting.
and this is mainly what the world's gonna is gonna be like.
Yeah, it's great to have faunas be part of the character development.
Yes, and this is like a long level.
Like how long?
Uh, oh boy, I think it makes about not not really like 45 minutes, more like say like an hour on the first act and like say a, another hour for the second.
So 2 hours in total.
Yes, because there's a lot to do.
Ugh.
And also, that giant dragon statue, that is actually alive and it's a guardian.
Oh, like a gargoyle.
Yes. But yeah, I could pretty much just be clear about this. Uh, during, say, when, oh, oh, hey, they're base.
Chocolate!
Oh, again.
I can't help it. It's so good.
I question your relations with those visitors and their awakening foods.
You're just jealous because you can't have any.
I've already had plenty.
Oh, hey, there's another comment. By Comic Con World.
Yes, I know, I know. They're practically are. They sometimes pop up, but yeah. Let's just say Balin, he's put into a position where it's pretty rough for him, not just of words but also physically.
Hmm.
And what I mean is he basically he basically gets uh beaten up and severely injured by Drawfield. Yeah, that should
Oh.
give you an idea as to how this is connected and such. When I said anger and frustration and stress,
Oh, I see.
yeah. Uh, Here's something I will bring up that actually did happen. When I basically was at that stage, I actually ended up hurting someone. Not meaning to, I just lost myself there for a moment.
Well, we have those kinds of things.
It's rather tough when you have autism and such and you are in
Wait,
a stage where you don't really know how to handle it.
you have autism too?
Asperger's syndrome.
Oh,
Many wouldn't really realize that I have it until I just bring it up.
I um well, it's good to know I'm not the only person with autism.
I have a few people that I basically know who have it.
Well, that's good to know.
Yes.
I
It's just mostly of the environment you basically are in.
I understand.
At least I bas at least I can basically work just fine, just that I have some sort of limits.
Yes, same here.
Once you basically recognize your limits, well, you know your strengths and weaknesses.
Hmm. Yep. Hey, do you mind if I show my
Oh, sure,
con?
go ahead.
Okay, I'm just gonna show the Balan hatless Balan drawing. Basically, my version of it. It's for a preview of a comic. It's just a short one. Maybe go with 2 pages.
Can I just pretty much just say that frickin' hatless Balan is just the most cutest thing I've ever seen. He's a dork.
Oh, I bet it is.
No,
See.
really. I mean, when I first saw Balin and such, I mean, if you first meet him, he's a bit unsettling because, he's covered with a hat and mask.
Okay, do you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm quite proud of this one.
It's just so cute.
Yeah, and so handsome.
Yeah,
It's a
seriously.
shame. It's just a shame when Balance hatless form was revealed. Not a lot of people like it. I don't
People says
understand.
people's like, "Oh, it's another anime man." I basically hate how people just hate it because they rather prefer the mysterious hat balance. I knew for a fact the hat could come off, and I knew that was a type of mask. I just didn't know how he would look underneath.
I
And
thought that
it
was
was
his. I thought that was his skin.
a lot of people thought that, but when it was revealed, I was like, "Oh my gosh, he's adorable. He's a
And
handsome fella.
and sexy.
Can't deny that." And also, want to know what's funny? People have been sort of putting his colors into Howl's Moving Castle, or they actually did this drawing where he's like the Barrett cat.
Oh, that old movie?
Yeah, yeah, Studio Ghibli. I'm gonna be
Huh.
like, well, he's now officially Howl from Howl's Moving Castle.
I haven't
Just that
seen
he
that.
won't be.
I haven't
I've
seen
only
that
s-
movie in a while.
I've only seen it like once, but
Yeah,
I
me.
don't fully remember what the heck I was basically watching.
Yeah, I think that was only a Cartoon Network premiere.
Eh. But yeah, now you cannot unsee.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also, can I just say this? How many title characters do you see that they actually cry on screen?
I
Not too many, actually.
hmm.
Especially with, oh, I don't know, characters like Sonic.
Oh, yeah. Wish there was more emotion and impact on the Sonic franchise, like what
Yeah,
Archie, like what Archie Sonic had. What was going on?
that being before the reboot, because Sonic just doesn't have those emotions anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Archie Sonic was so good that it was basically good enough to be in Death Battle.
Oh gosh, I am not basically getting into that. But yeah, but there's a little bit of a bonus thing to know about with Balan, with the tears he actually gives. Turns out those drops we were collecting, they're his tears.
His tears? I thought there were
Yeah.
other. I thought there were other visitors' tears.
Well, we don't see that. What we saw, apparently, those tears come from a maestro. So I guess in a way, it also might have happened with Lance. So,
Huh?
and when you think about it, when the visitors leave and such, Balan's left alone.
Oh, poor
If
Balan.
anything, he's practically alone when you think about it. It's no wonder he keeps that hat on. He doesn't want to seem weak.
Hmm.
And it's clear that he doesn't want to end up like Lance, given what happened in the novel.
Yeah.
The poor guy. You just
Hmm.
want to give this guy a hug, honestly.
Yeah. If
Which honestly,
only.
I yes.
Go on.
Which honestly, I like to think that Knights would sometimes pay a visit to him just to keep him company. Because when you think about it, Knights is always alone.
Oh man,
Eh,
they would be such a good couple.
Well, if anything, you want to know who has the least when it comes to having friends? Sonic.
But Sonic has a lot of friends, right?
Yes.
I
Which
mean,
honest, which honestly, that just makes me feel more sorry for Knights and Balan, considering the fact that yes, they do make friends, but eventually they have to leave.
Knights
So
needs another game.
seriously, I mean, I can understand sometimes solitude, but I think these two really like to interact with a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh, Joshua says that he faved one of my artworks, and thank you, Joshua. That means a lot.
Hmm. Huh. Well, which is why I basically saved this one a bit last. I did talk about it a while back with another person. To basically, this was basically after my experience with Balan Wonderworld. It's mainly of the idea of Balan doing crossing over with Kingdom Hearts, but this also sort of made me do a little ideal for also of not only that, but also Knights. Because both actually seem very logical to actually make it feel like that sort of theming in game.
Yeah.
I mean, all I can basically sum up, I was basically a Kingdom Hearts goer. I haven't really played too many of the games, but I have played and I had a few of the games. And I could say is that series is still growing, is still going strong.
Well, I haven't played any Kingdom Hearts games. I've heard of the game Kingdom Hearts. I haven't gone into the PlayStation games.
It's okay. You can watch them on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's very long.
I know. You can take breaks from those anyways. Anyways, hi Tori.
Hi, Tori.
Welcome to the stream.
Welcome.
Yes. Welcome. Okay, so mainly the idea would be is that the first part definitely will be is Sora and Riku. Yes, I basically sort of came to that conclusion is that they end up in Wonderworld, but since neither have their hearts be in a sort of unbalanced state, because they can pretty much go into the world without any other feed with any other downside.
Hmm.
Basically, Balin, he's confused about how someone with a pure heart actually could make it there. But Sora being Sora, that's just how it is.
Yeah. I mean, does it me or does Sora kind of look like Chris from Sonic X?
Everyone makes that comparison.
Hmm.
But I will say this: I didn't really mind Chris Thorndyke that much. He was minor.
I think he
Besides,
got
I think
that.
he was supposed to be like that avatar people pretty much could relate themselves into. I mean, have you seen that many freaking recolors with Sonic X? I've
Uh,
seen many, especially with those storytelling ones where it's movies a Windows Movie Maker.
oh yeah, that was a long time ago.
I was just like,
I
oh gosh, I remember those, and I was just like, yeah, looking back, it's just like, man, looking back, it's rather awkward,
yeah, and
especially with things
also
that don't make a whole lot of sense.
I've seen some Sonic videos. Well, hating on certain Sonic ships like Sonali.
That's fine, honestly.
Well,
But
it's
most
mostly.
common was Son Amy. There's Tails and Cosmo. Obviously, there's Shut Amy. You're gonna see that Knuckles and Rouge. The very common ones.
Hmm.
Though I will say this, I'm not a big fan of Son Amy. Given the fact
Me either.
I never really understood how that worked.
Yeah, I mean, Sonami, it just didn't work out for me. I mean, I thought it was cute when I was a kid, but growing up and learning how Amy was a bit possessive of Sonic.
Look, if anything, that was man. Look, if anything, there were fans that basically do so. If I basically recall, the reason why for Amy behaving that way is because she saw she could read tarot cards and she was destined to meet Sonic.
I don't think she has done that in a while.
Yeah, it's
Reading.
just like, oh, she can't read cards like Jackal could. Wow. It's only been acknowledged in the IDW comics, but then again, that's its own universe.
Hmm. It would be cool and interesting to see Amy using tarot cards.
Yeah. I mean, if I basically know Amy on the positive approaches, is that she is strong and she does care about her friends deeply.
Yeah, that's what I love about Amy.
Yes, and not the I am strong, independent, feminist Amy in the newer games.
Wait, what?
Literally, basically when colors basically came and such, and basically later on, Amy's changed, and now she has the body and appearance of a 12-year-old. She's behaving like she's older. Did you guys get mixed up with Sonic Boom logic?
I think that was only on Sonic Forces.
No, you basically start to notice like Sonic, like I wouldn't say generations. That didn't really count because that didn't really have much of a story to go off of. All I can say is that it was a mess, and oh gosh, Knuckles! Oh gosh, no, Knuckles! What did they do to you, man? You were sometimes chill, man. What happened to you? What they do to my boy? What they do to my echidna boy?
I'm gonna stay out of this.
Look, I'm just saying. And honestly, oh gosh, a lot of characters basically really got screwed over, including Sonic.
Hmm.
He used to be what he's not anymore. I was like, this is a faker. The Sonic that we see for Colors is a faker.
Uh, yeah, Sonic isn't, well, going down the right path.
Seriously, Sonic and the Black Knight was the last time Sonic ever showed any other emotions that showed of compassion and the sense of bravery, but also the sense of dread. You know, where he's put in a position where he couldn't possibly win, yet he still kept fighting on.
Hmm. Let's forget about the negatives for now.
Yes.
Um, do you want me to
But
show you a preview of one of my animatics?
sure. Wait. There isn't any certain type of music in there, right?
No, it's just a picture.
Okay, okay.
Okay, give me a sec. Let's see. Okay. Um,
Sorry if I was going off topic, everyone. That happens at times.
it's all right.
But yeah, the idea is that Balan would show Sora around Wonderworld.
Here we go.
Well, it's definitely a start.
Yep. Can you take a guess?
No.
That's fine. I'm not gonna tell you.
It's fine. That makes me feel the better.
Yeah.
So if anything, I'm surprised no one even attempted airplane with this.
Yeah. And just to kind of let you know, I have a YouTube channel. Basically made one a few weeks ago. And if you're interested in my content, check out DA and my YouTube channel. I'm mostly on DA, so yeah,
Yes.
I will put up some. I'll put up a subscription for early access if you're interested in it.
Hmm. Hmm. Well,
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain this animatic will definitely be of interest.
Yep. I just have a couple more scenes to go.
I mean, for a short one, it'll definitely be first and interesting.
Yep. And it is going to be a short one.
Now, the one who always posts sort of balanced content is Jasmine the Hedgehog.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sure she'll I'm sure she'll like this.
of course, she's a Balan fan, along with a Knights fan. She's a sweetheart.
I bet so.
She's very pleasant and polite.
Yeah, I like positive people.
Yes, she does a lot of these artworks. That's impressive.
Yeah,
Now, yes,
I think I've seen a few of those. I mean, they're a little bit the limbs are a bit wonky, but I can tell she tried to put a lot of work to it.
yes. Now, the only issue I basically have when it comes to drawing Balan is the hat mostly.
Yeah, the hat.
I'm just like, Balan, your hat is good, but dang, why is it tough to draw?
Why is it over your face?
Well, he's hiding his face.
I know, which is such a good design. Ah,
I know when you get all the trophies and such, like 100%, the final the final type of dance theme will have him without his hat,
yep.
which is which is actually not bad.
Yeah, sure is. Oh, can I tell the audience the idea of Balanx Nice Fan Child?
Go for it.
Okay, guys. So, the fan child of Balan and Knights of Sun is going to be named Artemis.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, it just came to me. I was actually a little worried because when I look up Artemis, I thought it was a girl's name, but then it was a boy's name. And there was a cat named Artemis who is a white cat.
Yeah, from Sailor Moon.
Yep.
Hmm. Well, I'm pretty certain it'll be fine.
Yeah, I haven't gone to the design of it yet.
I'm sure you'll come up with something.
Yeah, gonna be pretty hard since Balan does have a hat over his face. Oh, thank you for the compliment, Julia. She said Artemis is a cute name.
Yes. But you could just scale off of his normal face. If the hat's gonna be an issue, why not you could just remove it?
Well, I mean, Artemis isn't gonna come out with a hat at first.
I know, as in best to pretty much have base first and then base just what I'm trying to say is thinking this through before drawing.
Certainly. I mean, am gonna make him look like his dad.
Yes, but I think it would make sense if they had like the horns like knights.
He's gonna have those too, just not in a top hat.
I know for a fact that how knights got their idia was because of a an idia shard basically got on them.
Oh yeah, the comic.
Yes. Now it explains how knights basically got it, which I'll admit, looking over it again, I mean, they did what they could, and let's just say they try to find their roots. But if
Yeah.
anything, it's better than series two for pretty much.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like
I don't like that design of knights.
or Riala.
Yeah.
I was just like, well, then again, it's Ken Penders.
The same guy who ruined Sonelli.
Well, there was another person involved who basically did that. That was more of a Sanemi fan. This is why you don't allow those as a fans to work on your comic.
Too bad I'm a fan.
No, as in a rather cringy bad fan who
Oh,
makes bad decisions. That's what I meant.
yeah. That guy should go back to art school.
And also, they did it again with the second time Sonic and Mega Man crossed over, but with a lot more characters. And this time it was with Ian Flynn, who doesn't know a thing or two about writing knights. Instead, Knights of Riala, they behave more like Sonic and Shadow, so it's just Sonic and Shadow wearing jester costumes.
Now I can't get the image out of my head.
But it's mainly because of the dialogue and how they behaved. Knights is way too upbeat and positive, and Riel is just too negative and grumpy, isn't really, which doesn't work when the two are basically in the same area together. Clearly, Knights really has a annoyance, but also doesn't like when Riel is around in the areas, and Riella is trying to get the upper hand, having that smug look on his face, and trying to up one Knights, but would get annoyed if Knights doesn't comply. And you want to know what's more confusing? They're doing this in the Dream Gate, something where a Nightmare's powers wouldn't be at full max there.
Wait, really? Full
Yes.
mats?
Well, in a way where they would fight.
Hmm.
And the thing is, no other Nightmares could make it to the Dream Gate because it has some sort of force field.
But what about Riala?
Riala is a first level. He is the strongest of his own clan, of his own kin. Him and
Hmm.
Knights are able to do that, and the only reason why Knights was caught is because it was an ambush, and Knights was not expecting to get ambushed.
Hmm.
Ah, Knights, long time no see. Out for a walk with your little visitor friend, aren't we?
Rihala.
Sorry, Knight. I'm under orders to put you away for a bit. Nothing personal.
Hey, leave Knights alone.
No, you must not go near that monster. Yes, yes. Listen to your elders. You're just a helpless little girl after all. See, I know I could have done that better, but hey, you get the ideal.
Yeah, I'm still a little rusty on the Knight's voice acting.
It's okay. But yeah, that basically should sum up. So yeah, they deal with back to the Kingdom Hearts thing. So yeah, Balan will be doing what that is, and Riku would be exploring the more negative side. But the only thing is, the negative don't attack him because they can sense there's darkness.
Hmm.
Yeah, Riku, he's got a balance between light and dark.
I don't know much about Riku, so
Oh, hang on a moment.
um, okay. So
It's okay.
eh,
It's okay. I'm back. But anywho's yeah, and this would get the attention of Lance, who doesn't really have any intentions on doing any harm to Riku, considering the fact that his heart isn't unbalanced.
hmm.
And funnily enough, Riku basically tests Lance because he could actually sense that dark aura, but in a way, they sort of build a sort of type of friendship.
Hmm. Interesting.
And yeah, but there's also a little catch here. Uh, yeah, know for a fact that Kingdom Hearts 3 they brought back Vanitas.
No clue.
Well, let's just say he's this darker half of this other character called Ventus, and let's just say this guy is a lot more tragic in the manga than how he is portrayed in games. But he is pretty much very, very brutal in ways.
Like Sephiroth?
Not like that. He ain't no mama's boy, that's for certain. I'm not even kidding. It's confirmed that he's a mama's boy.
Yeah, I saw Sephiroth's analysis.
I was like, okay.
Oh, and Joshua says that he's surprised a Disney character joined Smash. I was surprised too.
Yes. But honestly, that's a perfect fit.
Huh?
You know, Sora being the last one, and not to mention, I actually saw this sort of comments translating with the World of Light song and basically fitting with the theming of Kingdom Hearts of that trailer.
Huh. You know,
I'm not even, I could actually see that.
yeah, I didn't realize that either. You know, I was actually hoping for Crash to be in Smash. Crash
Well,
Bandicoot?
well, they did what they basically could with their selections and such, and I'm not complaining. I think it's, if anything, I think it was an appropriate send off, and also that ending bit where Sora and Mario shake hands was just perfect.
Yeah.
It was a perfect fitting end for a fitting end, and finally Mario doesn't have to get beat up or killed.
That only happened twice, right?
Oh boy.
First was from Steve and then Sephiroth.
Hoo 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 boy. I know Luigi had it pretty bad when he got his soul stolen.
Oh, yeah, poor Luigi, but don't worry, he was brought back to life, right?
Yeah, he was brought back. And then all the other characters basically were tossed into a volcano except for Kirby who could fly.
Oh, yeah, Kazuya Mishima. I
Yeah,
actually I actually thought it was gonna be Heihachi or Jin.
but hey, it's fine.
I mean,
But
did I don't know much about Tekken, but did Kazuya ever appear in any other Tekken games?
I'm not familiar with that either. But hey, if it's basically fine for fans, if it basically is worked for them, then I don't see why not. But yeah, you could definitely get the whole theme in and such. And the Kingdom Hearts games are coming to Switch and such,
Oh yeah, it's
which
gonna.
honestly is fine.
Hmm, yeah, hmm, I'm. I'll think about getting that game.
hmm I mean, if you're basically you best start up with the standard, just so that you don't end up raging a whole lot and basically just yeah.
Is standard supposed to be easy mode?
Yeah, if you're basically new and you don't know what you're doing and such, it's best just to try that.
Hmm.
But just because it's on the standard mode doesn't mean it's gonna be easy later on.
Hmm. I see.
Just being careful. It takes a bit of getting used to.
Hmm. I'll have to think about that.
But I will pretty much say this. Sora as a character has come a long way, and honestly, I think it's definitely appropriate. He's still the same, just that now he's gained more experience, and he knows a thing too and such. And also has more emotions in Kingdom Hearts 3 and such.
Hmm. Okay.
Seriously, I think you may like Sora. He's a good kid. Sure he may not be the full on smartest, but he's not he's not too dumb.
Hmm. I might.
If honestly, it makes sense for why he would probably hang around with Balan.
Yeah. Maybe someday in the future, Sega and Square Enix could make a Knights and Balan game. Wouldn't that be cool?
Well, it all depends. All depends. Now,
I'm.
let's just say throughout the story and such, there there are certain types of darkness that was spreading about, and it's not just the negative because, well, let's just say the enemies from Kingdom Hearts, which are called Unversed, they basically. Now, I don't want to give two spoilers because you probably want to. You'll probably feed out for yourself. Now, basically, a lot of crazy things go down and such, and for Lance, he's been put into a position where he's not in the best state of mind, for he actually got bamboozled, or at least and influenced.
Oh.
Yeah, the temptation.
Oh. Hmm,
And
I see.
let's just say this guy Vanitas, he definitely uses it to his advantage, given the stakes that he is pretty much an unknown being from a different world. Yeah, because the way Kingdom Hearts works is that they go to different types of worlds, that being of different Disney themed worlds.
Sounds magical.
Oh, it's definitely of interest. Now, let's just say Sora and Riku, they would team up and they would have to deal with an out of control Lance. But they bring him back to his senses. And basically, both him and Balan reveal who they truly are and the whole shtick of the theater and such.
Yeah.
And the thing is, both Sora and Riku, they pretty much finally get it, but that doesn't change their opinions on the two.
Hmm.
Now Sora would meet Lance a few times, but Lance doesn't do anything to hurt Sora or anything. Just more of giving warnings or heads up.
I see. No surprise attacks or anything? Like with.
No, no, Lance doesn't do that.
I meant with when he summons his Negati?
Oh yeah, he will definitely. It's more of testing the boy and just seeing how far he's willing to go.
Hmm. Never thought of that.
Yes. All seem pretty clear and all seem pretty fine. It isn't until Knights basically were to have their point. Now, this is more of a different AU. This is a different version of Knights. And this is sort of the concept I sort of came up with. Knights would actually end up being like a traveling Keyblade wielder with their own sort of dream eater with them that's a Pegasus.
Cool.
There's this game called Dream Drop Distance, and you actually go through the dream worlds of different Disney worlds, and you have your companions, which are literally called Dream Eaters. You get
Huh.
recipes to make them, and you could basically paint them to make them look different. You could basically give them nicknames. You can spend time with them in this little thing. And it has the cutest sort of music that's fitting with these dream creatures.
Oh, I bet.
You got some cute ones, you got some odd ones, you got even some really cool ones. Like you can actually get like a dinosaur, you get dragons, you get griffins.
Sweet.
Yeah, you get a lot of these sort of things. And the thing is, this is how you gain some of your abilities in this sort of Kingdom Hearts game.
Man, I'm intrigued.
Yes. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts is rather complicated if you don't know where to start.
Mhm. Hey, quick question.
Yeah.
Does Lance have the same voice actor as Cloud Strife?
Yes, he does. I looked it up.
Wow.
And and you want to know what and you want to know Balan's voice actor, right?
Yeah.
He actually voices a character in Kingdom Hearts. There's this character called Demix, and funnily enough, they are a guitarist.
Cool.
I'm not even kidding, and it's the most funniest thing ever.
Sweet.
Yes. So I will be clear about that. So basically, it's rather fitting. It's like, oh hey, they were already considered to be fitting of different series. I mean, Lance already did feel like he was sort of Final Fantasy esque, not Sephiroth levels. No, 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 he is not like that.
Zethios.
Funnily enough, Lance has no intentions on doing any destruction amongst Wonderworld.
Yeah.
Considering it's also his theater as well, so I don't think he would have any interest in doing that.
Yeah, it's
But
great to
yeah,
look. It's great to
yes.
learn more about Lance.
Yes, because if anything, the guy deserved better, especially what happened when he was taken away.
I mean, I hope he's still alive.
Oh, I'm pretty certain he'll be okay. They can't kill him off like that.
I mean, the Negati are his companions, right?
Sort of his minions, but when they see that he is not being the Dark Maestro that he's meant to be now, yeah, the darkness grows and they need something to contain it. So Lance is responsible for that, while Balin maintains the more lighter half.
Hmm.
A helpful guide, you could say. And I'll say is Balan is by far one of the best guides we've had in a while.
Yeah, he's the best. He needs a second game.
It's just that those type of people really need to be more careful with what they do. And I'm just happy they did not put any trends or memes in there because honestly, we don't need it to be trending like that. Otherwise, it'll be mediocre,
What's wrong with memes?
as in dated and such, and people won't honestly find it engaging.
Oh, I'm. I mean, there's some memes that are funny, like SMG4. Do you know SMG4?
Yes, yes.
I mean, he
Yeah,
makes a
but
lot of.
that's their own thing.
Yeah, he's a great YouTuber. I think he just reached 5 million subscribers.
Yes, because of the live stream.
Oh, yeah. I took part in that. Well, I couldn't be there for long. It was running for 10 hours, so
Understanding. But hey, congrats to them.
yeah, congrats SMG4.
Now, the other thing I could pretty much bring here is that, well, when it comes to Balan Wonderworld, it sort of has more of that Journey of Dreams vibe,
Yep, I can tell.
where it has an interactive story and you see the outcomes and such, and not like the original. Because when you think about it, Knight barely appears in the cutscenes aside from at least the intro and at the very end.
Yeah, Knights should have more screen time.
Yeah, why would you honestly have a character you don't often see? While Journey of Dreams, Knights is pretty interactive.
Yeah, I love her. She's
Yeah, if anything, you just want to give Knights a hug after realizing what they've been through and what could possibly have happened and such.
yeah.
But then again, it was an early Wii title. But if anything, I really would have wanted to pretty much give Knights a hug more than anything.
Maybe give her a virtual hug. Virtual hug.
Um, I have always done so. And then you have Riella, which people honestly need to realize that he's not just evil for the sake.
Hmm.
If
I mean,
anything, you pay attention to how he is when he's talking with Wiseman. It's full on abuse.
yeah. I didn't realize it at first, but it's like Riala doesn't have any other choice.
Yeah, he's afraid, and he saw some of his own kin get destroyed right in front of him. Specifically, Don Balon.
And Bomamba, right?
Balmamba basically just fell into the sea of darkness,
Wait,
and even
that's not a floor?
hmm,
Sorry.
his. Okay, we are not basically. Yeah, no. Don't attempt that, please, person who basically wrote that comment.
Well, what comment? Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'd rather not say. You can even hear in his tone that he's obviously shaken up.
Yeah, poor Ri. As in Riala.
Yes. Yeah, when he basically you can understand why he and Knights has this sort of struggling relationship.
Yeah, two siblings.
It's
And
obvious. Mhm.
just siblings. Got it, folks?
Yes.
Not
Even if they're not blood related, they still would consider each other family. Now, it's not that we never fully see or hear that Briella flat out fully truly hates Knights or despises them truly because we never hear him say it. Rather, it's implied that he does want Knights to come back because, well, not only is out of fear, but because he misses them. And Knights, well, just being as stubborn, yet after their fight and Riala's definitely in pain, we actually see the results. Knights was concerned. They were worried about him.
Yeah.
If anything, their rivalship actually makes more sense than Sonic and Shadows from Adventure 2.
Sure does.
Because we actually see them interact more and we see how important one affects the other. And they've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
Though, if anything, really wish we could have seen more what Riella was capable of, as in him being a full-on general, aside from ordering at least 3 birds.
Or using balls from the sky.
Well, technically they're bombs.
Oh, I thought they were balls.
No, they're bombs. They explode. But want to know what's funny? These are massive bombs. They are not like the ones you see in Sonic. These are flat out big bombs. And these two just happen to shrug them off. They just happen to flinch, but they keep going. It just shows what is the superior species.
Sure is.
Nightmares are way more durable than you give credit for. Heck, Knights in real men can withstand lava.
Well, they can?
Well, Knights ends up getting hit with a lava spill when you fight Queen Bella.
Oh.
And they're fine. It just takes time off. That's about it. Uh, but yeah, back to the thing. Yeah, Knights is basically searching. They're pretty much out searching for Riella, but not in a way. You see, after their sort of fight that got a little too out of hands, Riella's body had split, or at least his heart did. Because Kingdom Hearts, basically, it's sort of like that. And there is a being. Okay, there are creatures called the Heartless, which the manifestation of those lost hearts, and the shallow husk is called a nobody. The strongest being are organization creatures, which are the most human-like. And lo and behold, there's a version of Riella which definitely named Zarly, which is basically just Riella's jumbled name with an X in there. Now, he's more focused on repairing his heart and body.
I see.
But it's not as easy because fragments of it actually venture through different worlds. And he is looking for them. But he needs Knights' help. But he doesn't reveal himself. He hides in a cloak. Just so that not only does he protect himself from the sheer darkness that would have consumed him, but because the Keyblade is the only type of weapon that will basically free said hearts. Now he gets a recruit, that being Vanitas, and there's sort of like gonna be a redemption arc to this guy. And let's just say they just sort of have like a teacher-student sort of relationship. There's no aggression. There's just more of understanding and, of course, agreements. Making a fair deal. And the only reason why he recruits Vanitas in the first place is because there was a piece of heart that was basically within one of his was one of those enemies in Kingdom Hearts, the Unversed.
Hmm.
So, yeah. And the other thing, I kind of basically take part in this sort of journey simply because I just got into this mess anyways, and that there's this nightmarish dream eater that actually belonged to Riella. It's a dragon-like one.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
A quick question.
Yes.
Does is Wiseman going to be involved in the Kingdom Hearts thing?
Oh no, he's gone.
But I've heard that if Wiseman disappears, then the other Nightmares disappear, right?
That's where I basically fixed that little contradicting. You see, there's actually a nightmare in that was a beta boss that was a beta boss named Self.
Oh,
Now, I'm sure you might have actually heard of Self, right?
no.
Well, let's just say there's this song called Know Thyself, meaning that there was a boss that was intention that was meant to be named Self. Hang on, let me
Hmm.
see if I can get images of him. Well, he doesn't have images, but fans made imitation of him, including myself. Now, I like to think and theorize that Self is the oldest living nightmare that was ever made, and made by wise men. So, in order to make sense, Self would have more relation to wise men, as in with their abilities and their appearance.
Hmm. I
As in, like,
see.
cloak figure was a jester theming going on, because circus theming.
I see.
Okay, found it.
Oh, okay.
Now, people who done really great
Wow.
art. Yeah, this is the Self I basically sort of see.
Wow.
They're they are very tall, very mysterious looking.
And they kind of look like knights.
It's pretty much I would definitely imply that Self was around way before Knights and way before Riala.
Wow. Meh.
I
Can't
also
believe.
like I also like to think that Self could literally change his appearance to however. So if he wanted to basically be more smaller and more upbeat and such, he could basically turn his body into something else,
Wow. This is pretty cool. I honestly thought that was a fan character.
including fan favorites.
Cool.
Yeah, the version of Self, they always like to draw him with the gold and blue color scheme, which really does work.
Yeah, it's much better than color copying Knights' coloring scheme.
Yes. Now, I sort of came with the ideal that Self was actually they didn't like how Wiseman was treating the other Nightmarins, let alone their ideals for wanting to take over the entire Dream Realm with, shall we say, greedy intentions,
Hmm.
power hungry intentions, you could say. In a way, Self is more of a neutral Nightmarin. They take Idia, but that doesn't mean they're doing it out of malicious or evil. Just more of helping the specific Nightmarins that are basically in need of strength, or to create new Nightmarin.
Hmm.
That's how Knights and Riala were created. They are sheer energy of Idia.
Wow. Maybe I could add him to this fan fiction.
Well, a lot of people don't really know Self's character, honestly. They really have their own adaptation of him, and I describe him as the Marin of Mirrors, as in he in order to beat thyself, they have to conquer thyself.
It's cool.
Yes. Like so.
Wow.
This is basically like a Cheshire Cat thing here. Yeah, again, Self is a very mysterious looking nightmare and of always looking mysterious. And there I pretty much say he's his power equals to wise men. So that makes him very, very powerful, but also very dangerous.
Mm, I
But he has
see.
but he simply has no intentions on doing anything to visitors. At least not in a way that you may think. He's really hard. He would be really hard to figure out.
Yeah, kind of like an anti-hero.
Yes. Well, anti-villain would have made sense too. Now, yeah, there you go with the ideal with this with Self. So when Knights finally sees that the mysterious Zarly is indeed Riella, just basically now the reason for holding off at a point is because they are the last piece of the heart. And
Wow.
the only way for him to be fully complete is to, well, be beaten by knights. And that heart would actually go back and put and placed right where the rest is, and that would basically bring him back. Basically, Riella just wants to be whole again, and actually, well, let's just say they would definitely have a speaking over with Self and such, and even apologize for everything. It would take a while, but they would eventually come to terms. Speaking of terms, then there's the persona approach.
From
Well,
Sega? Oh, wait.
Atlas. Persona!
Oh, that persona. I thought you were
Yes.
gonna be talking to the personas from, well, The Mask.
No, 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 no. Though that could be a good invitation of it. You know, they say that you wear a persona to hide your true self. Well, that's literally what Riella's doing. He's hiding his true intentions and such.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you were to remove, his face looks exactly like Knight's, except he's pale and has markings.
Sure does.
I mean, in the original, Riella didn't really have much to offer. He didn't even have a mask.
Hmm. It would be interesting if Balan was wearing a persona.
Technically, his top hat could count as one, considering that he wears a mask.
Oh.
Yeah, the hat covers his face, remember?
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, and it does look like a mask. So yeah, the whole thing with the persona approach is that I'm only going to talk about the essence with Riella, Knights, even and the two maestros, because if anything, those are the most important ones I bring, because this is basically what this video is about.
I know.
Okay, Riella basically is the actual protagonist who basically is on a mission to search for knights because they basically had come to terms and they want to basically see just where knights was because they are in the waking world, but something's a little off. And he's in this strange circus carriage that actually acts as the Velvet Room.
Hmm.
Yes. And there's definitely a lot of things going on and such. Now, there's a mystery stating that something about sh- a strange fog that appears and is causing shadows to, well, target the weakest minds or weak-willed and such. And they're it's like the equivalency of mental shutdowns or something from Persona 4, where the shadows become over, could no longer hold back, and therefore they would actually attack their host, killing them.
Ugh, sounds
Yes.
scary. Kind of like
Yes.
Venom.
Yes. So that's what Brielle is doing. Though, let's just say when he first started out, he didn't realize he was supposed to spare these shadows. So he made a few oopsies along the way. It wasn't he did not intentionally meant to kill people. It was the first time. It's when he starts to realize that he needs to reason with these shadows, try to get them to see the error of their ways, and they'll revert back,
Hmm.
as in freeing them from whatever is making them go berserk.
I see. Can you give me a sec?
Okay,
All right, I'll be back.
okay. Don't mind people. It's nice, basically, doing this. Something different. Whew. Well, if I basically bring this up, I know that for another stream, I may actually end up doing um, either I might do art, I might do gameplay. I don't know, but I know for a fact at later point I will actually do Balan Wonderworld. Just I rather pretty much wait at a certain point. And don't worry, people. It will definitely be an interesting time. Why? Because it's Balan is special. And I want you guys to basically be there for it. But don't worry, it'll be fine. Uh, give me a moment, people. I will be right back. I will basically be right back. This won't take long, I promise.
I'm back. Um, Ash? Well, I'm back, folks. I think Ashley is doing something. Think for a little bit. I'm not sure what to do here since I'm by myself for now. No, thank you, Julia. So, what do you guys think about our ideas? Do you think they're good? Do you have any critique about it? Um, I guess if I'm waiting for Ashley to come back here, I guess I can share a few Balan Wonderworld AU ideas. Oh, thank you, Julia. Thank you for the comment. So, since Self has been brought up during the Wiseman thing, maybe I could put him in well, the Balan X Knights fan fiction, like a sequel, like after Knights and Balan took down Knight Wiseman and saved Lance as a sequel. You know, could be a pretty good idea. Of course, there will be a struggle of protecting both the Wonder World, the theater, and Nightopia. Might be hard for Knights to choose between those worlds. Oh,
And I am back.
hey, where'd you went off to?
Sorry, I was getting something.
Oh, same here.
Anyways, you were saying?
Oh, I was just talking to the audience about the idea of having Seth be well, a sequel villain to like the Knights X Balan fanfiction if I ever decide to make one.
Hmm. Well, maybe the idea is that Self hasn't really met the maestros, so he's assuming they could be of danger. Oh,
Uh, that's understandable. We have those bad days.
yeah. So yeah, maybe Self, the reason why he would behave like, well, a villain is because he's concerned for knights. I mean, the guy's been sealed up for a while, so it's not like he basically would understand.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see him in another Knights game if there's going to be any.
If he ever makes an appearance. If anything, Self will be an interesting type character. The fact that he's been around for a long time, that definitely makes him more the mysterious. As in, we don't know what he's thinking, and especially if he pretty much does he cares about his fellow nightmare kin, but he does worry about them, specifically knights.
Sure does. I think I could see him as a better father figure than Wiseman.
Older brother slash father figure, yes.
I think the father figure belongs to Owl.
Yes. Can we just talk a bit about Owl and just say that even though they may find him annoying and such, or people say that he's annoying, he's not that annoying. He's not like Omo Chow.
Agree with you on there.
At least his voice is pleasant to listen to.
Yeah,
And
like a gen,
he's not the stereotypical old man.
like the meet the old man in the bed.
No, if anything, Owl is kind hearted and yes, he can be messed with easily, but he never truly means any harm. In fact, he even has a bit of a silly side to him. I mean, you remember when he was dealing with the bubbles?
Yeah, his face was stuck in the
Yeah.
bubble.
Honestly, yeah, they respected it. And it's still funny how Knights is able to mess with Owl despite that they don't really mean any harm.
Yeah, daddy child issues.
I like to think after when Knights no longer pretty much lives in Nightmare and such, they were still like in a stage where they needed to be better socialized and such, or at least in a way to have somebody to help show them the ropes and such. Treat Nightopia as a place of wonder and a place that's safe and not like a chaotic playground.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I like to think that they came across Owl while he was busy doing sculling such as in doing the records of the dream worlds. Now, knowing how Owl reacted to nightmares, I'm pretty certain he would be freaked out by Knights because they startled him.
Hmm.
But Knights shows that they don't mean any harm and they're just acting a bit childish and such, curious. And Owl, he would be skeptical at first, but hearing how what Knights did gave them sort of the options that maybe I could teach this one for the better.
Yeah. Al is Knight's new daddy. Nothing's gonna
Well,
change that.
gosh, that would you know that comic where Balan is introducing Balan Knights is introducing Balan to Wise Men, which is not exactly the best choice. I mean, why couldn't it have been Owl? That could have been funny.
Yeah, I could see Owl and Balin getting along.
He, oh, he technically adopted me. This- that's just adorable, honestly. I mean, it's obvious that they are friends, but I also see them having like this father child as type relationship.
Yeah, sounds cute when you think about it.
Yes, seriously. If anything, Owl is the least offensive character when it comes to being the tutorial theme and such.
Hmm.
Heh.
Yeah, I like Owl. He's grown to me.
It took me a while to get used to him, as in like actually come to terms and such.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not sure if you know about this, but if you take a notice with owls and how they basically behave when they're with humans and such, they actually behave like cats. So basically, they're flying cats.
Wow. Well, that's an interesting fact.
Yeah, they have like the ears. Their behavior is similar. Heck, even their eyes basically are like that,
Yeah.
and their sort of type of food choices,
Hmm. Yeah, they are similar.
and they like to be petted. If you know how to
Huh.
handle,
Hmm.
literally. So basically, owl would be the equivalency of that. Just as long as he's, though, if anything, I don't think they'd be chasing after a light laser pointer.
Hmm. Yeah, that's one thing they don't have in common.
Yes, but then again, you have Claus, who's a giant cat nightmare. And
Hmm.
by the way, did you know that there were two beta versions?
Of who?
Claus.
Oh, yeah, the lady one and the original one.
Yeah, the basically the ball one looked more like the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland.
Hmm.
I think that's what they got their inspiration from. And the other, well, obviously, that would have been totally different if they went with that design.
Well, yeah, that was interesting.
Yes, but I'm fine with what they came up with. Regular claws is fine,
Mhm.
and I will pretty much say this: I actually did two arts of them.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I actually gave them names and a little bit of specific backgrounds and such.
Hmm.
Claus would be the ideal older sibling to these two,
Oh, interesting.
and this cat basically be known as Cheshire because he's obviously based off the Cheshire Cat.
It's an interesting color scheme.
Yes, and honestly, they aren't really the most evil. they're just more of a mischief causer like knights, except they aren't really betraying Nightmare or anything. Which means they are a defective Nightmare and a defective second level, you may say.
Hmm.
They're just more of a trouble causer and such. Again, like the Cheshire Cat.
Hmm. Yep.
And the other one, I
Hmm.
decided that, maybe known as Catress. Get it? Cat and actress.
Yeah, I get the reference.
And also, I didn't like the fact that they had like a lipstick, so I just went with the fact they had like a nose that was pink.
Hmm.
I mean, it works. It makes it look less human.
Hmm. Yeah, there has been some humanoid Pokemon lately. Maybe
I
it's,
know, I know.
maybe it's just me.
But yeah, there's that.
Hmm.
Oh, why, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, back to the thing that I'm mentioning.
The
So
men.
yeah, Rial is basically getting a sort of job at the, or at least tending to these sort of places to get clues and such. And with knights, it's a very mysterious thing. They hasn't been heard for a while, but when that point comes up during a point in the story, they think that Knights is the one responsible for that, which shouldn't make much sense. But then again, Riella has basically foreseen nightmares that sort of turn a different leaf.
Hmm.
But when inside of a palace, they do you do get to fight knights, but the thing is, Knights isn't the one that basically caused any of that. They were just they were just trying to lure in reality show that just to see if he truly has changed. So basically testing him. And
Hmm.
they were already considered to be a persona user.
Oh.
Now the personas work differently in this. They aren't going for their true selves or reflections or much. Rather, it's like making contracts, making connections with these sort of spirits that basically have a mission of sort. And when they're basically done, they get replaced.
Hmm.
It's
That
like,
does sound interesting.
yes, rather than just keeping the same persona over for some party members. Now, on to, shall we say, with the maestros. This basically goes down two different pathways. One basically involving of an anime I basically think that would work in that, and the other is basically of, well, Balan. Now, Balan is mainly Balan's story arc basically goes into basically seeing a poster that's advertising the theater.
Cool.
Yes. And this is basically important because once that's selected, then in comes a letter, a mysterious letter.
Huh.
It basically was addressed to the group where it basically reads that they were invited, but there it comes with also of importance. Something is wrong with the maestro, and they aren't sure. It's a mysterious letter because there was no name on it.
Oh.
They do get tickets of invitation, which is basically about, say, a few days to the theater.
Hmm. I see.
When getting there, basically have the encounter with Balan, who didn't expect that he will be getting guests rather early, And he does basically greet the group, pretty much open arms and such.
Just like what he's supposed to do.
Yes, but noticing that the theater is still kind of getting well worked on, as in getting prepped.
Hmm.
And then you have Lance, who basically he's in his pure form, not his negative form.
Hmm. I see.
Yes. And speculations indicate that it's Lance who needs help, but he's really being suspicious. Like he's behaving differently. He's basically being more alarming on Balan. And Balan, he's showing slight signs. He actually gives it away if anybody were to notice, but he gives Lance sort of dirty looks. He gives him, well, signs of go do something else.
Hmm.
So yeah, you'll pretty much not know what's going on at first. However, it becomes clear when the group goes into the palace and discovers that it wasn't Lance, but instead Balan.
What?
Lance was the one who wrote the letter.
Oh.
Now, the shadow doesn't pop up yet because they were not aware that these guys were Phantom users. These guys were Persona users. And Lance, well, he doesn't fully explain, but rather he gets into a slight bit of an argument with Balan, who's finally showing those colors of his.
Oh.
Yeah, Balan is angry, he's tired, he's frustrated, and he basically states that if this doesn't work, then it will all be for nothing. As in, the theater basically had a bit of a slip up last performance.
Oh.
It says this is the one chance we have in order for it to get back onto its glory. If not, then it's over. It's done. Maybe not like that, but in words like that. And Lance explains that, okay, say Balin is pretty frustrated. He basically states that all this would be fine if Lance just stays out of the way.
Hmm.
He doesn't hate Lance, but but it's pretty much implied that he's just frustrated and something is wrong.
I
Be-
see.
because Lance describes that Balin wasn't like that before. He started acting differently after a few months, and that's when the theater did not go accordingly. And he started getting aggressive with him, and he tries to distance himself. And this was concerning because Balin's been up at nightly. He's been eating less. He's been very groggy and such, very much not how he's supposed to be. And Lance thinks that if the theater fails again, Balin could possibly die.
Oh
Eh,
God.
So in a way, he wants to help him, and he seeks out help with the form of the letter.
I hope Balin gets the help he needs.
Well, that's where Persona basic logic comes into play. In in any specific Persona game, there's like a specific time and such as to when the deadline is supposed to be met. And Lance is actually offering to come with and help because he feels as though this is as much as his responsibilities as it is the group.
Hmm.
So now the shadow appears and it's just negative Balin.
Hmm. I see.
And let's just say he is indeed aggressive and such. He's
Hmm.
very he's very much up himself. He literally looks down on Lance. It's it's very clear as to how he feels. And this is sort of a testing to Lance, actually, to see if he truly does care about Balin and see what he basically has errors. Of course, Lance does reveal about his true look.
Hmm. This is pretty interesting.
Yes.
Hey, is it okay?
Yes.
Is it okay if we end the stream?
Don't worry, don't worry. We are doing that soon. So yeah, with when it comes to that, the shadow gets dealt with, gets reasoned with. Lance basically becomes better and stronger now, and Balin is basically fine. He's eating and he's resting, and basically the show goes off without a hitch.
All right.
They
That
are,
sounds great.
yeah, and the best part, they become party members. Oh, hi,
Oh,
Ree.
hey, Ree.
Well, these are just some ideas I have when it involves Balan Wonderworld.
Yeah, your
Oh, and
ideas.
that and the Pokemon one, where they're basically just like the Trick Masters, but they throw on different themings each time one enters.
Hmm,
Yep.
sure are.
Well,
Hmm,
this was definitely of interest. What do you think?
It was pretty fun. And sorry if I was tired halfway through.
No, no, it's okay. It's okay. These things happen. Plus, it is winter.
Hmm, Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on your live stream, Ash. It was pretty fun
Yeah.
to do this again.
Mhm.
And
Now, I'm actually having a little bit of some trouble, as in, should next be like art, or should next be like, I don't know, writing, or should next be like a Pokemon gameplay? Because I do want to continue with that.
it's your decision.
Which would you honestly want to try? Which one would you want to go with at least mostly?
How about art?
All right, that'll work. And hey, I might actually invite some people, not too many, because I don't want it to be overcrowded, especially when it comes to Jacob and such.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jacob and Edward. Not the one from Twilight, I promise. You know, Mr. Squawker and the Custard Boy.
Well, anyways, thank you for inviting me to this stream, Ashley. I had a great time talking about the Balan Wonderworld ideas with you.
Oh, but of course. This was, after all, a good way to pretty much come back to Balin. Oh, and the other thing, I'm pretty certain down the line, when I basically finish Pokemon and such, I might actually switch up to other games. That being getting back to my Pokemon one of Mystery Dungeon. Or I could just go with All Stars Race and Transform for my 3DS that I basically have.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Yes, which I haven't played yet. Meaning, oh hey, something new. I want to save Balin for another point.
Okay.
But hey, it'll be all fine. Oh, and you guys are gonna, if you guys choose to want to do the racing one, you guys will definitely see me basically have some raging, because boy, oh boy, it's something.
Yeah, can't argue with raging there. I've been through that with Smash.
Oh, and one more thing. And thank you for all watching this stream. You've all been a wonderful audience.
Nicketing
Yes, dear.
Balance! Oh,
Well, I will basically be honest here. Maybe at some point I might actually do a reading of some horrid stories. But you don't have to worry, because I myself am going to be reading that.
Uh, Ash? Huh. Mm.
Apologies, some interruptions. But
Oh, that's
anyways, your continuation, you were saying?
um. Just wanted to say hi.
Yes. Hello to you. Oh, and here's another thing. If Lancelot chooses to pretty much appear during the stories, then, well, it'll definitely be of something different. But that's mainly if he's
can't,
interested or not.
can't wait to meet him.
Why, of course. Now, everyone, I will tell you this. Daddy will be looking forward to seeing all of you.
Ah, don't say daddy. That sounds weird.
Oh, apologies. That's just a little messy. Well, my dears, I will see you all later.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, he's quite something.
I wonder what happens if he and
Mhm.
Knights talk.
Oh my gosh, that will be something!
Okay.
Maybe
Um.
that just be for a not stream and just like a regular like Bandicam video.
Oh, that might be something.
Yes. Yes. Though I may need to pretty much put like art of that. And it'll have to be through Skype.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I better get going.
Yeah. Okay, bye everyone!
Bye.
Pleasant nightmares to everyone.